Hi boys and girls, today we're going to work more with the paint editor. We are going to learn how to draw our own characters and backgrounds. But first, before we do that, I'm just going to review, in case anyone was absent, what the paint editor is and how you can use it to change your character's color and anything in your background. So when you have a chance to work today, you can create a new project or use one that you've already been working on. I'm just going to open up one that I've already been using. So just a quick review from last week. If you add a character, I'm going to keep the scratch cat on mine for now. In the yellow box next to its name, if you just tap the paintbrush, then it brings your character up into the paint editor. Below the character are all the different colors you can choose from. So I'm going to make my cat kind of like an alien because I'm going to add him to an outer space scene. So I'm just going to make him look kind of crazy looking. So when you're done changing the colors of your character, all you need to do is press the check mark, and then your character turns up in your stage. Now remember, you can add a background. If you go to the top of your stage next to the ABC circle, you can tap the picture of the sky and the forest, and these are your choices for different backgrounds. If you like the way they look here, all you have to do is tap on the background and press the check mark. But if you want to change the way the background looks, make it some different colors, right now on this screen, then you would press the paint editor. So now again, the same thing, I can change the color of anything here. If I want the sky in outer space to look a little differently, I can tap that. If I want the moon to be a little darker, and then when it looks how I want it, I can press the check mark, and I'm ready to go. Now, you can do this with any character that already exists, but the paint editor can also be used to draw your own characters and backgrounds. So if you want to draw your own character, if you tap on the plus sign to add a character, right next to my alien cat in the top left corner of the screen, you'll see a white box. This is the box you would click on to be able to draw your own character. So once you've selected it, at the top of the screen now, you would press Paint Editor. So you still have all the colors below, but now on each side of the stage, I'm going to go through real quick with you what these features, these tools can do for you. So the first one on the left-hand side would be used if you just wanted to draw a line or create your own kind of shape or character. So maybe this is some kind of astronaut or something I'm going to start to build. The next tool, I'm just going to kind of do the undo button to get rid of that, is the circle tool. You can draw squares and triangles. Below the shape tools are different line thicknesses. So you can see this line thickness I chose is a lot different than the line thickness of the other triangle. So that's just kind of how you want your things to look. Over here on the right hand side, I'm going to go from the bottom up. The paint can, all it does is if you want one of your shapes filled with a specific color, you tap the paint can and then that color. Above the paint can is a camera. We'll talk about that next week. The scissors is kind of like your delete button. So if I drew something that I don't want, I just have to make sure I'm selecting the scissors, and then I tap on that shape to get rid of it. Above the scissors is a stamp, and what you can do with the stamp is if you have created a shape that you want to use over and over again, you can tap the stamp and then tap the shape, and you'll see it makes a copy of it. Okay. Above the stamp is the rotate tool. So if I have it on rotate, I can spin it in different directions and how I want it to look on my screen. And then the arrow button allows you just to go back and then move that shape wherever you want it. So I'm going to rotate it a little bit more. There we go. And then I can go and press the arrow key to match it up. So I'm going to just quickly clip these out, and I'm going to draw a little triangle alien guy to put in the planet or on the moon with my other cat character. Okay, not perfect, but good enough. So then when you're done drawing your character, you can just press the check mark, and then the character you drew is part of your animation. Now, you can also design your own background. If you click on the background button at the top, there's that empty white box in the corner. So this is the same as when you were drawing a character. If you click on that blank background and tap the paint editor, now you have all of your same features. You can draw your own background. So now I guess I'm going to change it, make like an outdoor scene with the sun. Oh, I forgot that I didn't pick my line and I was still drawing circles. So I'm going to make sure I have the line selected so I can draw a nice sun. And then I need some green grass. So I'm going to make sure my line is selected. And then I would probably add a lot more details, but if my background is ready to go, click the check mark, and now the background I drew is part of my stage. So you now have the rest of class time. You can draw your own characters, draw your own backgrounds, or continue adding characters that already exist in Scratch and using the paint editor to change their colors. Have fun!